Hey guys, so this disclaimer, it is alleged, there rumor at this point. All right, because I know there's always going to be that one person who says, "Oh, you're trying to pass this off as fact." I don't know what the other YouTubers are doing. I'm saying alleged, just like it says in here. Could be, might not be. We don't know. We won't find out for another 2 weeks. So these are all just alleged things, grain of salt, a whole bag if you prefer. So clearing that up, I don't want to hear anyone say you're trying to pass it off as fact. It's alleged, rumor, you could say. So, alleged Dragon Age the Veilguard playtester reveals how ultra woke game really is, beginning with non-binary Quinari companion. So, again, alleged. There's no way to confirm whether this person is legitimate, whether or not they actually played the game. But I see it pop up. It's been making its rounds. It could be just a person trying to get the attention, but since they're not giving out any details like their name or anything like that, it'd be kind of hard for them to get attention since no one knows who the person is. It could be someone trying to tank the game. We don't know. All right. So, grain of salt, a whole bag if you prefer, all the salt in the ocean if you want to go that far. All right. An alleged Dragon Age the Veilguard playtester broke his NDA non-disclosure agreement. Basically, you sign the agreement and you can't really say anything. I think YouTubers sometimes have it like when it comes to like partnerships or endorsements or whatever. They have to sign NDAs and stuff like that. Um, so if this person is to be believed, and he did break his NDA, maybe it's because the game is so bad and he wants to spare people the trouble of paying. How much is this game? Like $60, $70 or something like that. Who knows? It's If it's to be believed, if this is true, which we will find out on next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, we'll find out in like 2 weeks. His NDA to reveal how woke the game really is, beginning with the fact that the Qunari companion Tosh identifies as non-binary. And this is the person who kind of talked with the person. Even they go out, not his real name, was still under NDA, and for his safety decided to keep the spoilers to a minimum. There's no way to verify the information he gave me if he gave me is true until the game comes out. So this is all alleged information. So it's all alleged. The playtester shared his information with YouTuber and New Ray. We'll say Nah or N. And began with the Quinari companion, Tosh. She stated, she told me that I'm a non-binary person. How the hell that a fantasy game in Theus have the word non-binary? She said that I don't like men, I don't like women. I identify myself as non-binary, just like that. From there, he discussed romance options available in the game and implied that they are gender locked. So if you choose male pronouns, you can only romance the two female characters that are the dwarf Harding and the female mage Neve. Very inclusive there. Very inclusive. If you choose non-binary as a pronoun option, you can romance all the characters. Regarding the pronouns, he detailed, of course, there are pronouns that are shoved in your throat. They shove it in your throat, just like Starfield. Same thing. As far as the game story, he described it as baffling. He then went to the point to Solus's role. They put him on the side. He's basically in the Fade, and basically we will talk to him every now and then, and that's it. And at the end of the game, there's something that is going to happen. Yeah, the end of the game. Next, he shared there are two elven gods. One of them is Ilan Nain, and he will make another dark spawns, and the other is Elgarnon. He was trying to take the elves and basically enslave them again, something like that. He noted that it was just disappointment after disappointment. He also shared that the endings of the game are drastically different from each other, but the rest of the gameplay is not all that different. He explained, you have the reputation system just like Origins. If you have a good relationship with the Veil Jumpers, they will help you out. You can and you can pursue the ending on that front. If you do this, it will go this way, but it's all based on either you can redeem Solus or you're going to end him, and that's it. He noted it's Andromeda all over again. As far as the Inquisitor affects the game, he shared he basically doesn't do anything. He just, he just, he just. I mean, he's just going to give you a consultation on how to defeat the Elven God because he got help in the Inquisition, and he will basically lend you support. Either he will give you the support of the Inquisition or an audible, but it depends on if the Inquisition is disbanded. It's going to be an S show because the Elven God will do like a very nasty because all the Inquisition are corrupted. A very nasty because, okay. As far as the origin of the player character Rook, he revealed the character is recruited by Varric in a bar. He shared, Rook, the character, he's just a guy. They found him in a effing bar. That's it. Varric and Harding were in the bar. They say, oh, it's this guy. They say, no, he doesn't look good. Oh, it is maybe this guy. No, oh, this guy. What? Yeah, I think it's going to be a good guy to have the fate of the entire Thetis on his hands. He was drinking the bar and that's it, and they took him. Next, he shared how his feedback was not even passed along to the developers at BioWare. While recalling an interaction with his management, he said, how about I give you very comprehensive feedback so you can give it to the devs so that, and that came from a Dragon Age fan. He said, yes, I would like to do that, but no promises. So I sent it to him, and I wrote it down there because he said, hey, we need you to write it down in our computers. You cannot write it down on your personal computer. So I write it there and everything. And I show it to him. He looked at it. He said, this looks very good. Unfortunately, I cannot send it to them. He then explained why. I asked him, what's the reason? He said, this is very good feedback, but I cannot because I was going in like every player, every single character. I even told them, what is non-binary in that universe? How the hell is this word travel through time and space? From there, he discussed Grey Warden Davrin, and that he has no knowledge of the Grey Wardens. He has no idea about anything for the Grey Wardens. He's basically a scout in the Grey Wardens. He didn't fully finish his training. He continued. He was the one that decided the entire Grey Warden once again. Oh wait, he was the one that decided the entire Grey Warden once again. He is a nobody. You're a nobody. You're washed up. You're a has-been. As for why he's the character who gets to make the choice, the playtester alleged, because he has a different skin tone. He described the game in the Fate as a walking simulator that features a couple fetching quests. Oh boy, everyone's favorite. And taking stuff here and there, and that's it. God, I love those quests. Especially when it's like, oh, I need you to take this letter. Okay, who would you like me to take it to? That guy right over there. Like, he's like 5 feet away from you. Why don't you just bring it over yourself, you lazy crap? But I'll pay you. Okay. Here's a letter. Oh, who's this from? That guy right over there. Oh. Hello. Wait, why did he just say this to me? Why did he have to write a letter? Or the fetch quest. Hey, traveler, I need you. My back isn't what it used to be. I'm not as strong as I was. but I need you to go into the forest and pick 7 glowing mushrooms. Beware, the forest is dark and filled with vile creatures. Bring me back those glowing mushrooms and you will be handsomely rewarded. And then you get the mushrooms and, thank you. This is how I stay fit. Yes, your reward. Here is 2 copper. I'm taking those mushrooms back. I'm gonna use them for myself. No, actually, no. The worst quests, like in World of Warcraft, the worst quests, or at least they used to be the worst, were the escort quests. So you're just, because everything out there has to try to kill the person you're escorting. So you're just, and that person's behind you. Some enemy, mobs come out and they run and, like if you go far ahead of them, they'll run up to where you are to help you fight, but then they run all the way back to where they were. And then they're just like, they have like no survival instincts, no nothing. You got to come to their aid. But the fact that they, run there and then run all the way back. There's the ones, I think it was like Mudo or whatever in Wailing Caverns. They had to speed him up because he was like, and even though the boss area where you're supposed to get him really wasn't that far, it took forever because of how slow he walked. So they had to speed him up because it was just like, and it's like, and then you get attacked. He gets like, oh, protect me, champions. Or protect me, travelers. I think we're just travelers at that point. Protect me, travelers, while I communicate. And then the snakes come out and they try to like, oh. But yeah, escort missions, the worst. The worst. Anyway, lead playtester also shared that Morrigan and Varric all are merely advisors in the game. Finally, he thinks that the game is so bad it will be the end of. Well, let's not push it. While the game probably is bad, it's not going to be the end. Look at how many games Ubisoft has come out with this year that are terrible. It's still not the end of them. Bethesda, same thing. So it's not going to be the end. It's going to put a dent in their financial capabilities, but it's not going to be their end. Not. When I play tested it, I told myself and my friend that this is the end. Beautiful friend, this is the end. My only friend, the end. Alright, this is the end for BioWare. This is where BioWare, they say EA will basically pull the plug. So what do you make of this information? It's alleged, so we can only speculate. But I believe the game is going to do this. It's going to blow. People are already unhappy, and sometimes it only takes the simplest little thing. They talk about diversity and, oh, look at the customizations and, how inclusive they are because they have top surgery scars. But then you have characters who are the females who are built like dudes who go no higher than an A cup. So if you are a woman and you are a B cup or higher, you've got no representation. They'll give the female bodies bulges, but not give you the ability to have a bigger bust. So not very inclusive at all. The characters like this, like their skin, everyone describes it, they look like clay. Like those channels that have, sculpt, and that looks like a clay character or a plastic or something. They don't look, compared to what Dragon Age characters used to look like, even just the last game, these don't. If I remember, this is like a female character right here. Does that even look like a female? Nope. And the skin is it's just terrible. They look fake. And in a game, in games when they're looking so realistic now, everyone points out the mansion, mansion. But it's like, how come all these female characters now have like this mansion? Um, but yeah, the relationships not doesn't sound very inclusive. So male pronouns, you can only romance the two females. Well, what about gay men? Maybe they don't want to have a romance with two females because, you know, they're gay. Doesn't sound very inclusive to me. So, again, this is alleged. We won't know for another 2 weeks. It's just, it's trending right now. It's all over Twitter. It's all over YouTube. Everyone and their mother has been talking about it. I saw it. I was like, okay, maybe I'll put it off. But I'm like, let me add my insignificant 2 cents, which in today's economy is basically nothing. So, um, yeah, we'll find out in 2 weeks. But even if this playtester isn't legit, the fact is the pre-sales are terrible. The game is getting no real attention. And then the attention that it's getting is because people are coming out who work on the game or whatever saying, oh, well, if you don't like the characters or the game, you're just a bunch of phobes, this and isms, and gamers are racist and this and that. You know, because that's really the only marketing that people have now. It's just coming out and insulting the player base. So whether or not this is true, I still don't think the game's going to do very well. Bad marketing, bad pre-orders. I don't think it's going to have that many people playing. Is it going to be like a Concord issue where it's like, oh, they pull it? No. I think it's going to be more like any other game where it's maybe has a somewhat good initial start because it's like, oh, a new game. Let's see how bad it is. And then it might go from like 10,000 to like 2 because people are like, okay, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I'm getting my refund. It's bad. But we won't find out for another 2 weeks. And then what was it today? Today was 17th. Today was it Unknown 9 or I think it was called. Totally separate video for that. But yeah. Let me know what you think. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.